More revelations about the failed Estina Dairy Farm project are emerging today at the Zondo Commission. Former Free State Agriculture head Peter Thabethe is on the stand. He's testified how he was accompanied on a trip to the Paras Dairy Company in India by Ashok Narayan. Narayan was at the time an ICT advisor to the then Free State Premier Ace Magashule and an associate of the Gupta family. Michael Apple is following that testimony in Parktown here in Johannesburg. Let me take you there live. Yesterday, Michael, a little slow you were telling us, but the Commission now starting to get a better idea, I think you'll tell us, of what led to the establishment of this failed dairy project.
The details are coming in, albeit quite slowly, from Peter Thabethe, who the evidence leaders and the Deputy Chief Justice at times literally have to draw as much information as they can out of. They've been struggling to get that, but it certainly, we have gotten a better indication of just how this project got off the ground, but the more details come to light, the more worrying it becomes, to be honest. And that sort of sense of bewilderment is certainly shared between the evidence leaders and the Deputy Chief Justice, who at times you can see just has to interject and say, but let me ask you again, just in case you didn't understand the question. When we talk about Peter Thabethe traveling over to India, it was on the basis that there was a memorandum of understanding that he relied upon to say that there could be business that is done between a public entity and a private company. It emerges today that that MOU is not in effect, was never in effect in 2012 and is not in effect now. So he maintains, his understanding is that that MOU means that there was an agreement in place that allowed for him to go and meet with Paras, a private Indian company, 18th biggest in the world. 57% of its milk comes from buffaloes, not cattle, which is an interesting development here. Peter Thabethe is saying that it's same, no different. So the question keeps coming back to the initial part of the testimony this morning was, why Paras? Why would you go all the way to India? Did you consult Parmalat, Clover, Dairy Bell, some of the big international companies here in South Africa? Peter Thabethe maintains that they did and that these guys expressed no interest at all in joining this project to empower emerging black farmers. There are just so many irregularities in the way in which this whole project got set up. It's just too many to mention, Jeremy.
I had no idea, Michael Apple, that buffalo milk and cow's milk were pretty similar, but you learn something new every day, don't you? Yeah. This is something I don't understand. Thabethe doesn't believe that who or what Estina was is important. You'll set up a piece of video for us in that respect.
Yeah, so the question is, and the question came from the inquiry chair, did it not make sense to investigate who Estina was before you appointed them, under the understanding that Paras, this Indian dairy company, was their strategic partner? But while Paras had the skills, surely Estina, the local component of the strategic partnership, had to have had some experience, knowledge or know-how in the agriculture industry. Peter Thabethe, a very experienced agriculturalist, says no, it made no difference to him what business Estina was in. But what exactly could Paras bring to the party? Well, listen in.
Use of the model, they were actually saying it will open up for them, because in their presentation they've also indicated to us that they were exporting milk from India to, I'm trying to recollect now whether it was Nigeria but I think it was Nigeria where they've been putting milk there. They would say then, if you have a system similar to us, they believe that this milk could then be taken from South Africa to Nigeria, because they would have guaranteed, because in their presentation, their qualifications and their certificate were indicated, which qualifies particular products in terms of the registration. and ISO numbers. So those were the things that we wanted them to assist us to guarantee those levels of quality.
Former Free State Agriculture Head Peter Thabethe ending that report from Michael Apple in Parktown. Back live to him a little later this afternoon.